Hi, I'm Putri, and today we are back with the graduate school series. Today I am going to tell you some tips on how to write a personal statement. Writing personal statements can be kind of tricky because there isn't any right or wrong way how to write it. It basically depends on you. So these are some of the tips I gathered along the way based on my personal experience and tips from a friend named Asmara, who is currently working on her PhD. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first tip I have for you is to start by introducing yourself. Now, this is actually something I don't see in personal statements because some people say that it's not really important to introduce yourself since the university basically already knows who you are from your application. They know your name, where you're from, what university you went to, and stuff like that. But I just thought that I felt like introducing myself again. But by introducing, I don't mean by saying, "Hi, my name is Putri. I'm 23 years old. I am from Indonesia. I have a rabbit and my hobby is sleeping." No, it's not something like that. They don't need that information. That is absolutely nonsense and important. So what I wrote for my personal statement was, I am a biomedical engineering fresh graduate from Airlangga University. Even though it's not important, you don't really have to do it, but that's what I personally did. If you wanted to start by introducing yourself, make it simple. Make it one sentence. Again, you can use this or you can also not use this. So next is show your passion. After introducing yourself or not introducing yourself, you need to show your passion. Now, this is the most important part from your personal statement because it's the beginning of the personal statements. It's like the first paragraph of your personal statement, and you want to make the reader, or you want to make them have a good impression on you. You want to make them keep on reading your personal statement. So you have to make sure that it's interesting, it's eye-catching, it's something out of the box. And that can be from, for example, a book you read, or a paper, or you could tell a personal experience, or you could also use a question. So I'll break these down one by one. So first of all is a book or a paper you read. So you could write down, for example, you read a paper on, I don't know, neuroscience, or you read a paper on psychology or something like that, and that's what made you interested in the subject in the first place. Or you could also use a personal experience. That's what I personally did. I wrote down my personal experience of wanting to enter medical school, but I did not want to study medicine, so that's how I found biomedical engineering. And biomedical engineering would allow me to help people, but from a different point of view. So that's where I started. Or you could also start with a question, like a grand question, something that's interesting, that's eye-catching, something like that. So it could be, is our healthcare system actually effective and needed by our citizens? It could be something like that. So you could, start with either one, but make sure to, again, make it interesting, because if it's not interesting, they wouldn't find the necessity to keep on reading your personal statement. And don't go for cliche sentences. For example, you're applying to med school and you write, "I am very passionate of helping people." That's basically why people want to enter med school. Like, that's a reason everyone uses. So try to avoid these cliche statements, cliche sentences like that. You could rephrase it and make it into something like, "I first started to find my passion in medicine when I discovered that cancer could affect people of all ages, starting from babies until people who are over 90 years old. This is what made me interested in studying further about cancer and how it can affect people of all ages, you really show them that you're passionate about it and you understand it. So start with that. Number 3, specify your passion according to the course you're applying to. So for example, for me, I was applying to a biomedical engineering course, so I specified my passion towards that course. So like, is there a specific lab you're interested in that university? For example, in ICL they had a neuroengineering path, which was something that I was really passionate about. You have to really show them that you are passionate about that topic and you know what you're talking about. So another thing you can do is show what kind of question you want to answer through this program. Try to explain your passion in a very elegant and exciting way. Next is state your academic and non-academic achievements. Now, when you already state your passion, they already know what you're passionate about, then you have to show them that you are capable of achieving this passion. You are capable of doing it. So from the academic side, you show them that, of course, your brain is capable of studying that program. But what you want to avoid is listing your academic achievements, like literally just saying them, because they already know that from your transcript. Like, they know your GPA, they know the courses you learned, but what they don't know is what you learned from that. So in undergraduate, I studied MATLAB and C++, which are really used in medical imaging and biomedical engineering in general. So that's what I wrote. I wrote that in undergraduate school I studied MATLAB and C++ through various subjects, and I developed a skill in having a good ability to work with MATLAB and C++, something like that. So you want to show them what you learned in the classes, or what you learned from those subjects, not only stating you learned those subjects. And you can also put in, for example, your work experience in the field. If you had an internship at a hospital or at a company that is in any way related to the course you're applying to, that would be a really big plus. So you show that outside of classes, you still find a way to follow your passion. For me, I had work experience, internship experience actually, at a hospital in a rehabilitation center, so that's what I wrote down. Other than that, you also have to state your non-academic achievements, because life is not only about academic achievements. They also want to know what you do out of class. So you can, I don't know, write about organizations you entered, or maybe volunteers you did, and it would be better if you could link your non-academic achievements with your passion and academic achievements. So for example, if you did a volunteer, you don't just solely explain that I went on a volunteer at an island in Indonesia. That's okay, it shows you did a volunteer, but it's not exciting. You could write something like, because of my passion in public health, I did a volunteer to better understand how to communicate with people from small islands that are far away from modern medical access. Maybe something like that. So you have to make it exciting, make it out of the box. Next is future goals and career. Now, after showing them your passion, then showing them that you are capable of entering or capable of being a student in that university, then you have to show them, okay, after you graduate from that university, what are you gonna do? They want to know what you want to do with that opportunity you got to study at their university. Personally for me, I have always wanted to be a university professor, and through that program, I would be able to become a professor, show them that you are well planned, you know what you're doing. So you have to not only tell them, but also show them. Why is that field for you? Like, why not another course? Why does it have to be biomedical engineering? What gives you a spark, for that field? So you have to really show them that, again, you're very passionate about what you're talking about. Next is the question, why you? How would you benefit from that university, and how would that university benefit from you? So after showing them everything that you already have a future plan and you are the best candidate and you just have it all, but then you have to show them, why does it have to be you? There are lots of other good students out there. This is the part where you kind of showing that you know about that course. Like, why did you choose that specific course? Is their course combined with another course? For example, at University of Groningen, their biomedical engineering course was combined with a management course. So that's what I wrote on my personal statement. So you have to really show them, why did you choose that course and why is it perfect for you? But avoid stating that the university is so great, it has world-class professors, it has a great ranking and stuff like that, because they know they are good. They know they have an excellent program. That's like the point of them having a selection process for you to get in there. So rather than saying that the university is really good, show them that it fits for you. Tell them why that program fits for you. Tell them what you like about that course. What they don't know is, why are you interested in that course? Because what they're looking for in your personal statement is, how are you as a person and what you're really passionate about. You have to show that you know a lot about the university. You've done all you could to research about that university. It's not that you're just saying, oh yeah, that university is good, that's why I want to go to it. But you really know the details about the course you are applying to. Next is to ask family, friends, colleagues, lecturers, anyone to proofread your personal statement. You will be reading that personal statement almost every day, so you'll get to a point that you don't even know what to write. From another person reading it, they of course would have a different way of thinking from you, and they would of course have different ideas to put in or things to put out or what they think is best based on what they're thinking. So for proofreading, I suggest you to at least have 3 people proofread your personal statement. The first is by a professional or by a person who is experienced. And next is from a peer or a friend that is in the same area as you. And lastly is from a friend who is absolutely outside of the field you are applying to. Next is to take time on your personal statement. You do not, I again repeat, you do not want to start making your personal statement 1 week before deadline. You want to make sure to be prepared and to start working on your personal statement as soon as possible. Because personally for me, it took almost 3 months to make a personal statement. You just can't finish it in 1 day. Through a personal statement, that's basically the only way you can communicate with the admissions team. That's the only way you can show that, hey, I'm a person that's passionate about this. I really want this. Okay, maybe I'm not really good at this, but I know I want this and I know I can do it. That's your only chance. So you want to make the best out of it. Lastly is to just do your best and apply. If you're too scared about submitting your application, making a personal statement wouldn't be useful at all. So have a bit of braveness, have a bit of courage, and let God do the rest. That's all from me. I hope it was helpful in some way. I'm sorry if it was all over the place and it was quite kind of hard to understand because I actually had everything written down here, but talking in front of a camera is still quite hard for me. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment or feel free to reach out to my Instagram and I would be more than happy to answer your questions. So that's all for today, and yeah, thank you for watching, good luck, and peace.